Alright, what's up, pilots? Just coming at you with the AT-6 Texan again. I've got her all finished up except for the last little fix I gotta do here. And this is the important one, so I thought I'd kind of go over this. Now, like I mentioned before, a lot of guys are going and cutting just cutting out squares right here to get to the speed control, which is right down in here. Let me walk around to here. You can see it tucked in way back there in the very forward of the fuselage. Now, there's no need to cut hatches and hack this thing up and make it look horrible. It's like I was telling you, there's 4 screws. Those little guys are right there, okay? And here's the motor here. Alright, there's the metal motor mount going through a little plastic motor mount, which I don't really like, but it is angled and set the right way to give you your pitch. But yeah, guys, it goes in just like this, okay? So you take the front end off, get you a nice skinny screwdriver, Phillips head, and small, and you just go through there and you'll be able to pull it right out. Then once you do that, you can literally pull the speed control out right there, guys, just like that. Make sure you mark on your metal mount, on your motor mount, which side is up and which side is down. But once you do that, you can pull her out, and then there is, get her in focus here, there is the Dynam 30 amp speed control. Hold on to that speed control, guys. I fly a lot of Dynams, and they are awesome speed controls. I love them. So keep a hold of that, because you can definitely use it somewhere else. Wires are not full heat shrinked as far as sealed off, which I will do when I put my new speed controller in it and test her out. So I'm going to go ahead and unplug these 3 wires right here, remove that speed controller. I'm also going to go in here and lay down, I have it's kind of more like a rubberized tape. It's a very thin tape, but it's rubber on one side. It's only sticky on one side. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to lay that on the plastic there, poke some holes through it, and mount the motor to the plastic through the rubber, just to prevent any of the vibrations or anything like that. I noticed I had a little bit of vibrations with some of the props, the stock prop that was supplied. So to prevent that, I'm just going to go ahead. I was going to beef up the motor mount there, but I didn't realize how thick that plastic was. It's good and thick, and like I said, it's already set up for the correct angle, pitch, and all that to counter your torque on your takeoffs or on your throttle up. So I'm just going to leave that in there and just basically put a very thin cushion between the metal motor mount and that plastic plate. But that's how you get the speed control out, guys. Easy. I hate seeing everybody hack into stuff when there's no need to. There's usually always going to be a way to get to something you need. Very few times are you going to have to chop things open to get to them. You just got to kind of play around a little bit. But when this motor mount's on, you know, and everything like that, it's really hard to see those screws. It doesn't look like it can come out, but they're back in there behind the motor. Just get you a little screwdriver and angle it back there and pull their speed control out and go ahead and swap that. Remember, like I said, guys, stock prop, I was running 38 amps on a 30 amp speed control continuous with the stock prop, stock motor, stock speed control, and that's just not going to cut it for me. So basically, I'm probably going to put, this is a 30, I'm probably going to put a 40 in it and then run the numbers real quick. And but I think a 40 will be, I think a 40 will be good. If not, I've got a 50. So we'll just go from there. But yeah, she comes apart real easy. Everything like that. Everything's finished on her. Got all the control surfaces set. I've programmed in flapper-ons on the wings. So you know, I am going to install the full flaps. Now, this does come with the ability, the way they cut it, to install split flaps, already cut and everything. So I'll go ahead and put those in there. But as far as everything else, more than happy. I was able to adjust some of the control rods a little bit and get a little bit of extra wire. So I'm going to go ahead and go with these connectors. I do hate them, but I don't want to take a chance on the Z-bend and then having to figure out how to get a little bit more wire. So until I can get to the hobby store, I'm going to put that in there. But I mean, this thing probably won't fly for a while. It's freezing cold and windy and rainy and everything here in Kansas, so we're just gonna leave them at that. Got them on the wings. Did the wings as well. Just left all the originals back on, put them back together. You know, I did, hopefully you can see that, I did put thread lock on everything, so that's going to be the big key. And then I have a little thing I've always done. I guess this one will probably be the easiest to show you on. Haven't done it yet, but this is what I'm getting ready to do after this video here. Is you'll notice that right at the end here of the connector, you always have a little bit of wire hanging out there. One thing I like to do, if you've got them, use them, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. I've got one right in front of me, I believe. Well, I did. I don't know what happened to it. It's just a little black circle. It's got kind of a star pattern in it with a hole in it, and it's basically just a lock. Usually they're put on the top of those things in place of the nut and bolt there on the back. So it's just a basic little lock, guys, and you can do that to lock that down. So I always do a little bit extra. What I do is get a hot glue gun, and even though this is thread locked, I will get a hot glue gun, and I will try and not keep it blurry here. Let me back the focus out a little bit, guys. Alright, hot glue gun, and I will go ahead and just right there on the nut, I'll put a little daub of hot glue on the end of that nut. And then, like I said, I'll usually get a piece of heat shrink and put it on the end of this wire, and then also find a way to attach something to that wire permanently that's bigger than the hole that it could travel through. So if this did come loose, I could still have some control of the plane. So got those in, got everything else figured out, got my retract set a little bit better, and yeah, so she's pretty much ready to go. I'm just going to swap out the speed controls, run the numbers. I'll leave an update in the comment section on that, and then we will be ready to go. So this will be done. Then I'm putting the Stuka back on the table and should have her finished up in no time. So I'll have some more stuff coming for you guys. Thanks.